Okay, you guys, welcome back to class. My name is Teacher Chad, and this hour is going to be a reading and pronunciation class. All right, we are going to be reading through a short story called Hope. All right, and practicing our pronunciation as we do so. All right. If you have not been to one of my reading classes before, we read about 2 to 3 paragraphs, and then we practice or we focus on certain types of pronunciations. Maybe it's an ED ending, short I sounds, your TH sounds, your D or T sounds, but we focus on those and we try and improve so that you can become closer to speaking like a native English speaker. Okay? So let's see who we have in class so far. Amparo, how are you?
Better.
Good. Good.
My throat is not completely well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but it's we had a lot of humidity yesterday, but today nothing, and so my throat is drying out like crazy on me. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Anyway, welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, how about Daniela? How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Now,
oh,
Daniela.
Sorry. Yes, I understand. Okay. Now okay.
Yeah, Daniela, last time you were in class, I didn't get to meet you at all. So
yes.
Tell me, where are you from?
I'm from Italy, but I'm living in Malta.
And where is Marta?
Malta is a little island.
Oh, Malta. Gotcha.
Yes, yes, is a little island in the Mediterranean Sea, and it was a colony of England. So here people speak English.
Okay.
So I have to learn. I have to improve my English because I would like to find a job here.
Cool. So is that why you moved to Malta, to find a job and work?
No, I moved here because my husband works here since 2 years. So I moved after the wedding because I get married since July.
Oh, well, congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Well, let's see who else we have in class. Aga, how are you?
Hello.
Hi there. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm great, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing good today. Thank you for asking.
Good.
All right. Let's see. We also have Alpha. Alpha, are you there? Not so much. All right, Alpha. Let's see. How about Carlos? How you doing, Carlos?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome back to class. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Excellent. Let's see. Fernando, how are you?
Good evening. I'm here. Ready?
Excellent. Good to see you.
Same.
All right. How about Giles?
Hi, teacher.
Hi there. How are you?
Good. This is my first time on Verbling.
Excellent. So, Giles, where are you from?
France.
From France.
So,
okay.
And my name is, you can say, Gilles.
Gilles? Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Excellent. And what do you do?
I'm a police officer.
You're a police officer. Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Good to have you here in class.
Thank you.
All right. And Luigi?
Hello, I'm Luigi from Italy.
From Italy. Fabulous. And Luigi, what do you do?
I'm a software programmer.
Okay, software programmer. Fabulous. All right, you guys. It doesn't look like I missed anybody here. Let's see. Alpha, are you going to participate with us this hour? No? Yes, you are. Maybe. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, the link to the short story where and she beat me.
This
I
time I
didn't
was
even.
prepared.
Yes, you were, and I didn't even have it ready. Didn't even have it ready. Very good. So the link is in the Verbling chat box. Okay, go ahead and open that up. Aga put it in there. There, her name is Olga. Okay, so you can see it there. I'll also put it in the Google chat box for you to open up. Okay, so go ahead and open that. When you do, this is what you'll see. Give me 1 second as I get that prepared. Okay, so we're going to start over on the right-hand side. Okay, and Aga, let me have you read the first two paragraphs here, please.
Okay. I'm not sure where the story really begins. I think it was when I was a little boy. How old was I? I'm not sure. I do know that I like to watch those medical shows on the public television channels, so I must at least have been in my early teens. I have to smile when I think of those days, you see. I would be clicking through the different channels looking for cartoons or some wrestling program to watch. I really liked wrestling, but my dad was a cynic. He told me wrestling was nothing but a big fake. I didn't believe him. Wrestling was too real to be fake. I mean, when a guy gets hit with a chair in the head, there was always blood all over his face. How could they fake that, right? Don't get me wrong, I think my dad was smart, and when it came to wrestling, he had a lot to learn. Consider there were too many people in the audience to be fooled up close. But when I offered this as proof positive, my dad would only say, "Isn't it scary, those idiots vote?" Anyway, I would be looking for something to watch, and once in a while I would come to a doctor operating on someone for something or other. When I saw that, I would stop to watch. My mother, on the other hand, would get sick and ask me to change the channel. When she saw that I was really into what I was watching, she would leave the room fearing she would lose her lunch if she stayed there with the television and me.
Okay, nice reading. Very good job. Okay, I want to practice 2 words with you, okay? This word right here is idiots.
Idiots.
Good. One more time. Idiots.
Idiots.
Good. And this word here, just like the word other, okay? Let's see. Okay, no, this is just a little different. This is an sound. Okay, on the word offered, instead of offered, it's offered.
Offered.
Okay, one more time. Offered.
Offered.
Good. Okay. Nice job. Your pronunciations were really good. Very good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to our next reader. And Alpha, are you going to participate? Okay. Amparo, let me have you continue. Let me have you read this next paragraph here. And then I'll have you read down to where it says alcohol and other men. Okay, go ahead and read that.
You might be thinking, because I like those kinds of programs, that I was some kind of sicko. But I must disagree. I think that I was as normal as any other kid on the block was. And believe me, we had some strange ones in my neighborhood. Take Hypo as an example. When I was growing up, my mom told me about a drummer that was famous. She said he would have been a real good musician if it hadn't been for his smoking. Now, you have to know my mother to understand how little she was able to tell to me about drugs. She was so sheltered when she grew up. I had to wait until I was in my 20s before I found out he smoked marijuana. Anyway, I knew something about drugs when I was a little, but not not much. Well, Hypo was a kid in the nowadays the kids call it the hood, and he was more at the drug scene than any of us. He used needles, and that is why everyone called him Hypo. Made sense, doesn't it? Let's see if I remember the whole story. Hypo, and no, I don't remember his real name. In fact, I don't think any of the guys I hung around with ever heard. Anyway, Hypo's dad left him and his mother when he was born. I think Hypo was told that his father did the right thing when he found out that he had gotten Hypo's mother pregnant. He married her, and when the baby was born, he skipped out some kind of man grave. Well, the fact that Hypo's dad left devastated his mother. She compensated for her loss by drowning herself in alcohol and other men.
Okay, fabulous job. Okay, very good. Let's practice mother.
Mother,
Yeah, so instead of mo, it's ma, mother.
mother,
Okay, excellent. And and sheltered up here, we're going to use the short E sound, sheltered. Try that.
sheltered,
Good. One more time. Sheltered.
sheltered,
Good. Okay. Now, your short I sounds were really good. Okay, I didn't hear any that were off at all. And even on this word here, hypo. Now, hypo is short for hypodermic needle. Okay, that's why they say he used needles, and that's why everyone called him hypo. Makes sense, doesn't it? Well, it would make sense if you knew that the long name for a needle would be a hypodermic needle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, very good job. Excellent reading. Nice job. Mm-hmm. Let's go to my next reader. This is Carlos.
Yes, I start from let's see.
No, from in the middle of that paragraph. So where it says compensated, at the end of that sentence, you see where it says often she would go out?
Is in the middle of this paragraph?
Yeah, so in the middle of the paragraph, do you see the word compensated? On the side there. So if you see,
yes.
let's see. Okay,
She
so go to the end. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, teacher. She compensated for her loss by drowning herself in alcohol and other men. Often she would go out and get so drunk. She would end up by taking anything in pants home with her. It didn't matter that Hypo was there and would see everything. Hell, she was so drunk that often she wouldn't even remember the night before. The men in her life helped a great deal in this regard because they would leave when she passed out, and there was nothing more they could get from her. In fairness to a few, some of them would leave money on the nightstand. It was never more than a 20, but it was enough to buy her another bottle.
All right, keep going.
Okay. This went on for some time, until one night Hypo's mother brought home a guy that wanted to stay. This last man was the one that introduced Hypo and his mother to heroin. Hypo was 7 at the time. This nice guy got them hooked, and then he played them for everything they were worth. He kept Hypo's mother on the string because she controlled Hypo, and he kept Hypo because he could get into all kinds of places and steal. The man of Hypo's mother's dreams turned a 7-year-old into a master thief, and a hot heroin user. I'm not sure, but I seem to recall the man's name was Ted.
All right, very good reading. Excellent pronunciations. I have a few words that I want to practice with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you're very close on this word. Your ed ending was awesome, okay? It is a T sound, but the OO here makes, instead of a U sound, it's a, instead of an U, it's a U. So, hooked.
Hooked.
Okay, hooked.
Hooked.
There, that's it. One more time. Hooked.
Hooked.
Good, that's it. Nice job. Okay, this word here, let's practice the TH ending. Worth.
Worth?
Worth with a TH there. Worth.
Worth.
Okay, you're adding a T at the very end, saying worthed.
Worth.
Okay, so we want to add or end just on the TH. Okay, worth.
Worth.
Oh, almost. Okay, so let's see here. At the end of the word, all we want to do is end with our tongue here. Okay, you're adding a T sound at the end, saying worth. Okay, we want to eliminate that T sound. Okay, so let's say worth. And then release. There, that's it. Okay, one more time. Worth.
Worth.
Okay, good. Let's throw it in the sentence, all right? And we'll practice that. So let's go. All right, so let's read. Then he played them for everything they were worth, and focus on just pronouncing that TH at the end. Okay, go for it.
Okay. Then he played them for everything they were worth.
Good, that's it. Nice job. Very good. Okay, that's
Okay.
all I had for you. Very good reading. Nice job.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, let's go to my next reader. This is Daniela.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
let me have you read this paragraph here and the next small one, okay?
Yes. Ted would case a job, school hypo on all the details, take him to wherever the theft was to occur, and hypo was accepted to do the rest. After the job, hypo would bring the loot to a prearranged location, and Ted took over from there. Naturally, Ted reserved the most dangerous part of it for himself. The reward for hypo was in the payoff, for profits received. Ted kept hypo and his mother supplied with heroin. It was a lesson Ted took from dog trainers, the kind of trainers that doesn't care too much for the feelings of the dogs. I think they call it deprivation training. You withhold something the dog wants until the dog gives you what you want, and then you reward the dog. Ted would hold back on the shots until the pay got to be so great that the mother would sell the son and versus and bears. Even at age 7, however, Hype was a quick learner. He was small enough to fit through those little pet doors that some very rich folks have cut in kitchen doors, and this was very much to death licking. Okay.
And the following paragraph.
Okay.
That next small one.
Okay, so Ipo was cuffed several times, but because of his age, the juvenile courts didn't do much to him, and Dad was always there to remind him where his loyalties lay, and to provide the needle. This went on until Ipo was 16.
Okay, very good. I want to practice with you the short I sounds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a complicated sound to master, mainly because in your own language you have an I as well, and that is an E sound. Okay, so whenever you see an I, your eyes go, that's an I. It tells your brain, and then your mouth spits out an E sound. It's natural. That's how you speak, okay? So what you need to force against is the desire to say that E sound and learn how to pronounce an I, okay? Our short I sound is I, okay? And we have that all over the place, okay? Okay, so I wrote in 4 very common words, okay? His, it, is, and in. So instead of saying he's, eat, ease, and in, okay, that's the long I or the Italian E sound, okay? We want to say his, okay, his, it, is, and in. Try that.
His, him.
Okay, his, it, is, and in. Try those 4 words.
Okay. His, his, him.
Okay, so you are adding an H in the front of the word. Okay, there's only an H on his. Okay, the other words are it. Try that, please. The next word is it.
It.
Good. Okay, the next word after that is is.
Is.
Good. Next one is in. Good. Okay, so let's take a look at some words in the sentence, and I want you to focus on the I sound, that short I. Okay, because about 80 to 90% of the time, whenever you see an I in English, it will be a short I sound. Okay, and learning that short I will help you sound more like a natural speaker. Okay, because the other sounds, like the TH sound, your TH is great. Okay, your T sounds are really good. Your D sounds are really good as well. And so we just need to do a little bit of fine tuning to your pronunciation, and you'll start, excuse me, you'll start to sound more like a natural English speaker. Okay, so let's check some of these.
Thank you.
I do apologize. My throat is very dry. All right, so let's go to. All right, go ahead and look on the screen, and I'm gonna highlight withhold something the dog wants until the dog gives you what you want. Okay, so we have withhold, that's a short I, withhold something the dog wants until, okay, that's a short I there. Okay, the dog gives. Okay, gives you what you want. Okay, so practice that little bit and focus on these short I sounds. Okay, try that.
Try now?
Yes, say that small sentence there. Withhold something the dog wants until the dog gives you what you want.
Okay, withhold something the dog wants until the dog gives you what you want.
Okay, much better. Okay, and let's practice gives one more time. Gives.
Gives.
Good, good. Okay. Let's practice one more. Down here below, because of his, okay, that short I, his age, the juvenile courts didn't do much to him. Okay, so try that. All right.
That because of his age, the juvenile court didn't do much to him.
Good, much better with your I sounds. Now, this here is a J sound. We say juvenile. Try that.
Juvenile.
Good. Okay, so you can definitely pronounce your short I's. Focus in on them, hone in on them for a little bit, and until you are able to pronounce those I's without even thinking about it. Okay, and I know right now, right when I said short I's, Amparo over here, she probably went, yeah, I remember those, because I talked with her and I worked with her on those as well. And now that after she read, notice how I said your short I's, I didn't hear any issues at all. And before, it was almost every other word. Okay, we were having short I issues. But if you focus in on them, you'll definitely be able to pronounce them right. Okay, very good job.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Fernando.
Hello, I'm ready.
All right. Let's go to this next paragraph. So starting with fed up, let me have you read that paragraph and read down to pistol in the next paragraph after that. Okay?
Pistol, I don't find it. Okay, I will find it. Okay. Fed up with his mother and her connection, Ted stopped being a lover years before. Hypo struck out on his own. He learned where to buy what he needed, and thereby eliminating the need for a middleman. With sources of his own, there was no longer a need for Ted. On his own, Hypo figured he could hang on the part of what he made in each haste, and maybe someday retire. Would you believe that? Retire? The problem was on his own. He was a very poor judge of places to rob. The money he made was barely enough to supply his growing need. His habit was bigger than his ability to provide adequate funds for. He had to get more money and fewer things. Things could be turned into cash, but at far less than they were actually worth. Money, on the other hand, well, as the comedian said, what you see is what you get. Drugs have a funny way of helping people think. Hypo was so hooked that his mind, wherever was left functioned not at all. He reasoned that the best way to pick up cash was to resort to armed robberies. It therefore followed. He had to be armed. But when your arm is getting most of what you want to make, that doesn't leave in the way of funds to buy a decent handgun. He did, however, have enough to pick up a pellet pistol.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, let's check out some words here. Very good pronunciations, by the way. Okay, this word here is pronounced reasoned.
Reasoned.
Good. One more time. Reasoned.
Reasoned.
Good. All right. Our next word is this one here. The word is functioned.
Functioned.
Yeah. So funk. So we're going to add in that K sound. Functioned. So make sure to add that N there, though. Okay. If you don't add the N, you're actually saying a part of a cuss word. All right. So we want to make sure we add that N there. So functioned. Functioned. Try that.
Functioned.
Good, good. Nice job. Nice job. Okay. Now, this next word is one of the hardest words to pronounce, mainly because we have the L there, and it's just funky. It's like, why do you have an L word? Okay. The word is now. Sometimes people have a problem with pronouncing the L there. You did not. Okay, but you did say could and pronounce it more like an oo. All right. Now the great part is this word. We have two others that follow the same type of pronunciation. All right, and that would be would.
Good. Good.
Welcome back, Chad.
All right. Very funny. Yeah, so I got bumped out. Okay, so we were talking about the word could. Now, Fernando, when you pronounced the word, you had said ku and used more of an oo sound. But this sound, it's interesting. It's more of an could. It's like an and an oo there. Could. Try that, please. Could.
Good.
There you go. Now let's try that with would and should. So we'll say could, would, should.
Good. Good. Should.
All right, let's practice that W. So instead of pronouncing a G and saying good, Okay, that would be would. So start off with an oo sound. Would.
Good.
Okay, good. So could, would, should.
Good. Good. Should.
All right, let's try this here. Now this is a trick that works with those who have a problem pronouncing the W in English. Okay, the W is kind of a funky sound. Sometimes people pronounce it as a V. Others pronounce it like a G. Okay, you are pronouncing it like a G and saying good. Okay, so what we want to do is I want you to remove from your mind that W exists. Okay, and you're going to think of that W now as a sound instead of a letter. Okay, that sound is going to be oo. Yep, just like the letter U, but it's an oo. Okay, so when you see a word that starts with a W, I want you to think. Okay, I want you to think of an oo sound. Okay, and just like I wrote there, you're going to start off with an oo and then finish the rest of the word. You slide into the rest of the word. Would, would, or would. Okay, try that. Would.
Would.
Perfect. Okay, now it works the same thing with what. Okay, so instead of saying gwut, we say oo-ut. What? Try that.
What?
Perfect. Okay, so you see how that trick works with it? If you think of that sound no longer as a W, but start off with an oo sound, you'll be able to pronounce all words that start with a W perfectly. Okay, so an oo, and you slide into the rest of it. Okay.
Okay.
I have one other word for you, and we're good to go. Okay. This word is supply. Give me 1 second. Let me. Yeah, here you would pronounce the word as supply, using a long U sound. Here it is. Okay, but it is a short U. We say supply. Try that.
Supply.
Good, nice. Okay, now excellent job. Be sure to practice your W sounds, especially when you see those words. Okay, start off with an oo sound. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, no problem. Now, my new friend here. Your name you said was Gilles?
Gilles, yes, perfect.
Gilles, okay. I wrote it down, but I was like, oh no, I can't read my writing. Very good, Gilles. Let's go ahead and have you read.
Okay.
Let's see, where did we end off with pellet gun, I believed. So robbery, where did you go? Okay, so pellet pistol. So here where it says in the dark, do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, let me have you finish this paragraph, as well as read. I'll have you read a few lines into this next following the following paragraph. Okay, so
okay.
down to about police here. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Can I go?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. In the dark and under the stress of a robbery, well, it was all he had, and he had to work. On his first 2 nights as an armed robber, he took on a couple liquor stores, and his luck held. He made cold cash, no things, real money. There was enough to make his next buy, and some left to believe that retirement was in his future. The difficulty with this kind of lifestyle was in the success itself. He began to think that he was invincible. His plans became bolder. Instead of 1 robbery a night, he could double or even triple his earnings. He began hitting several places within walking distance of one another. Being the great thinker he thought he was, and still encouraged by the drug stupor he lived in, he never thought of the police. He didn't think of them either because he felt they were too stupid to figure out what he was up to, or his drugged state just wouldn't allow him to think of too many things at once. As fate is wanted to do, one night he woke up to a gas station attendant, and after pointing the pellet gun at him, demanding money. The attendant was so frightened he would have to change his underwear, but that was later. Now he was doing as he was instructed. Hippo was pleased with the way the night was going. Earlier he had hit a mom-and-pop deli a block away, and from there the drugstore 2 doors down. He had already made over $300. Truly this was going to be a good night. Oh, but here is where the police come in. The owner of the mom-and-pop called the police. The police, because of the harshness of the crime, dispatched a unit. Yes, only one police car with one police officer in it.
Okay, just till there. Nice job. Okay, very good pronunciations. Okay,
Thank you.
good with you're good with your ed endings and your th sounds. Okay, very good pronunciations here. I do have a couple of words that I want to work on with you. So here the word is truly. All right. Now the trick with words that have a tr in them.
Truly.
Yeah, we actually pronounce that more like a ch. So truly.
Truly.
That's it. Nice job. And you can do that with every word that starts off with that tr. Okay, trust. Okay, truth. Okay,
Trust.
let's see, trial. Okay, it's that ch sound that's there. Okay,
Yeah.
and I like to have people think of that as one sound instead of a t and an r separate. But that's just one sound, that chur sound. Okay, nice job. The next word is pellet. And let's see, he made it over to.
Where is it?
Oh, right here. Pellet. Pellet.
Pellet. Pellet.
Good. One more time. Yep, that's it. Good.
Pellet.
Okay. This ed ending, I wanted that t to shine out a little bit more. Okay, so it's walked.
Walked.
Good. One more time. Walked.
Walked.
Great. Okay, and this word here. This is a tricky one because of the O and the L and the D. All right. When you pronounced it, it sounded like you said border.
Yes, I heard it when I wrote.
Okay. So what we want to say is boulder, and you kind of have to swallow that O and the L back here in your throat. Boulder. Try that.
Border.
Good. One more time. Boulder.
Border.
Good. Nice job. Okay. And one last word. You had added an H to the beginning of the word armed, saying harmed.
Harmed.
Okay. Yeah. So be careful with your. I heard it a little bit on one of the words. The word was up. Okay. Every once in a while, you add an H to pronounce words that start with vowels. Okay. So this word here. Okay, is armed, all right, but you had added a small h to get to that A, all right? Just remember, start off with the vowel sound instead of trying to use a h sound to get into it, okay? Yeah, just that vowel, so armed and up, okay? So focus on that just a little bit, okay?
Okay, thank you,
nice job.
teacher.
Great, no problem. Halwani, how you doing?
Hello, Chad, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Welcome back to class. All right. Let me have you finish off this paragraph starting with as luck. Okay, right here. And I'll have you read down to less. Okay, right there. And okay, so we are focusing on our ed endings and keeping in the back of our mind our r sounds as well, right?
Just I join the call. No, I don't find.
What's that, Halwani?
Just searching the.
You're trying to see where we're at?
As luck. Okay.
Yeah, as luck. Okay, so keeping in the back of our minds the R sound, but focusing on our ED endings. Okay, go for it.
As luck, certainly not Hobbs would have it. The unit drove past the station during the robbery, being the genius that Hippo was. He was standing in the middle of the pub island holding a gun under all the lights the station had, screeching to stop. The officer came out of the police car with his gun out, startled by the noise behind him. Hippo turned. All that the officer saw was Hippo gun in hand pointed directly at him, and the rest is history. The officer went home feeling bad that he's killed a dragged out 16-year-old boy, and Hippo went to the morgue with one more hole in his body. I think this is where I learned to feel sorry for those suffering. I think this is where I developed the desire to do what I could to help them. But it's Hippo the person that taught me to behave the way I did in my later years. Later years. I don't think so. Hippo was only one of the guys. There, there was, there were other guys that I know, and they too influenced me in positive ways. I had normal friends, many more than the strange one. In fact, I have to say that Hippo was the exception to the rule. I had a friend, for example, who closely resembled the fonts in the television show Happy Days. Since the television show postulate my body, they had to have copied him and not the other way around. He had the leather motorcycle jacket was a gift with his hand, had a mirror criminal past, and he could get the girls. The only thing he didn't have that the phones had was the motorcycle. My friend was limited to an old Cashman motor scooter, but he was bad nonetheless. In
All
his
right.
case,
Just till there. Excellent job. Okay. Your R sounds were fabulous. I didn't hear an R where you had rolled it at all. Okay. Really, really good job, Halwani. I have two EDs that you are very, very close on that I wanted to practice with you on. Okay. That is this word here, gifted.
gifted,
Good, good. One more time, gifted.
gifted,
All right. And one more word here. The word is resembled.
resembled,
Good. One more time, resembled.
resembled,
Excellent. Okay. Now, resembled can be a little difficult because of the B, the L, and then the D. Okay. And yeah, gifted because of that F and T. Okay. But everything else sounded fabulous. Excellent job. And even these, Halwani, you did not say resembled or gifted or anything off. Okay. It's just that I could only barely hear that id at the end and the D at the end. And so I wanted to pull that out just a little bit more. Okay, so you didn't pronounce them incorrectly. I just wanted them pulled out just a little bit more. Okay, so everything else, great job. Really good reading with your R's and your ED endings. Okay, very cool. So from here, we'll pick another sound and we'll start focusing on that and go from there. Okay.
exactly.
All right, nice job, man. Let's go to Luigi.
Hello?
Hi, Luigi. Let's see. All right, so we went to Les. Okay, so let me have you, Luigi. Let me have you finish off this paragraph, starting with in his case, Okay, finish that off. Read the next paragraph and this next short one, okay? Go for it.
Okay. In his case, his brushes with the law were limited mostly to having a big mouth and being in the wrong place at the wrong time. His offenses got him slaps on the wrist and a kick in the ass, because in those days the cops could do things like that. He wanted money, as did we all, but in his case he worked and worked hard for it. He saved, went to one of those community schools, learned the body and fender trade, and was on his way to becoming a millionaire. The one thing he wasn't taught was the dangers of using lead-based paints to paint cars. No one knew, or at least didn't care to tell him, that something should have been over his nose to protect him from the fumes. When he died from leukemia, he had a wife, a son, a house, and a prosperous business. Then, too, there were the two imitation mafia wannabes that grew up to be police officers. The last time I had any contact with them, one was an under-chief and the other was a captain. And there was the dork that wanted to join our gang, a term used by us long before it became popular in referring to groups of Hispanics or blacks. We called ourselves the Mau Maus. They were a kick-ass group somewhere in Africa. What did we know? Our families couldn't afford television, and none of us would be caught dead listening to the news on the radio. All we knew was those guys were bad, and so were we. Should I continue?
Yeah, and that next little paragraph.
Okay. Just a little confession. If we ever got close to a fight, only the Fonz had the balls to stick it out. The rest of us would have stood there, wetting our pants, too scared to run.
Okay, good. All right. Very good pronunciations as you read through. Excellent job. Your S sounds, D sounds, TH sounds, they all sounded really good, okay? I do want to focus a little bit on your short I. Your short I didn't have a major problem, just every once in a while, and mainly when we got down here to the bottom. So for example, the word television, okay? So instead of saying television, we want to say television, television. Try that.
Television.
Good, okay. The word little, instead of little, it's little. Try that.
Okay. Little.
Good. And stick. Instead of steak, it's stick.
Stick.
Great, okay. Let's take a look at sometimes you were adding the letter or the sound A afterwards, or it was more like an okay. So here you were saying underchiefa and the others, okay? So you want to try and reduce those extra sounds. So let's go through and we're going to read. One was an underchief and the other was a captain, okay? And focus on not pronouncing any extra sounds in between those words, okay? Try it.
One was an underchief and the other was a captain.
Good, okay. Let's try it with the word group. Okay, you had added an there as well. So we're going to say they were a kick-ass group somewhere in Africa.
They were a kick-ass group somewhere in Africa.
Great. Okay. Very good. So yes, focus on removing those type of sounds in between your words. Okay, and then also a little bit on your short I's. Like I said, they weren't everywhere. It wasn't every short I. It was just occasionally you had one in there or so. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Very good. Nice reading. Let's go to Mohammed.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Mohammed. Let's see. Did we finished? Hold on. Oh yeah. So we came through here, finished this and this one. Okay. So. But in the back. So let me have you read Let me have you read this paragraph here, okay, Mohammed?
Okay. But back to Radork, he would do anything to join us, empowered with his knowledge. He did everything to make his life a living hell. Among other things, he was a gopher. He did every dirty things he wanted him to do, and never got any closer to full membership. But what did he do? One night, we were on our way to bowling alley we claimed as our turf. He was with us, his proper position in the rank structure of our group was 5 paces behind us. On this particular night, he had all he could stand and presented us with an ultimatum. He made it clear that he was to become a member this very night or we would be sorry. Just what we would be sorry of was ever made clear. Anyway, a vote was taken and it was decided that tonight was the night. We were about 2 blocks away from the bowling alley. His rite of passage was simply to run the distance to the bowling alley on a lane marker in the middle of the street. Proudly, he stepped off the curb and into what he hoped would be his glorious entry to the mouse. He hadn't gotten more than 5 yards when a police officer pulled alongside uttering those immoral words. Okay, Mac, pull it over. We all denied knowing him. Our betrayal soured him, and after leaving us, he went on to become the superintendent of a school district. Who knows what he would be today if he stayed with us.
Okay,
With
good.
us.
Yeah, with us. Very good. All right, so let's practice this word here. The word is superintendent.
Superintendent.
Okay, so give me a good R sound. Superintendent.
Superintendent.
Good, good. All right.
Superintendent.
Good.
Superintendent.
Good.
Right?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, let's practice. We're gonna focus on your R sounds here. A lot of them sounded much better. I remember we talked about that a little bit more, and so you've done a lot of really good work on your R sounds. Okay, we still have just a little bit of work to do. So let's focus in on some. Okay, so this word here, uttering. Try that.
Uttering.
Good. Yeah, with that R. Okay. How about the word entry? Entry.
Entry.
Good.
Entry.
One more time. And yeah, there you go. Okay.
Entry.
And this word here
Glorious.
is okay. So give me a good R. Glorious.
Glorious.
Okay.
Glorious.
All right.
Right?
So we're gonna say glory.
Glorious.
All right, so on that R, you're getting into it, okay, but you're releasing your tongue, and your tongue is hitting the top of your mouth, okay, saying glory. All right, so here's the difference: glory and glory. Okay, you hear how my tongue is hitting the top? Glorious. Say we want to say glorious. Okay, try that. Glorious.
Glorious.
Good. Okay, glorious.
Glorious.
Okay, almost. It's that L. The L is the tricky part, okay? Because you have to use your tongue a little bit more to pronounce that L. All right. And so it's tricky. So we're gonna say glorious. There you go. Glorious. Excellent. Okay. Let's practice the word sorry. Let me get back here.
Sorry.
Yeah, so instead of saying sorry, okay, and using a hard R, it's sorry. Okay, give me an R, sorry. Okay, go back, lengthen that out, sorry. Good. Sorry.
Sa,
Yeah, sorry.
sorry,
Okay, but with that R, you're saying sadi. Okay, it's sorry.
sorry,
Okay, all
really
right.
sorry,
So let's lengthen that out. We're gonna say sorry, sorry.
sorry,
Good,
sorry.
good. So, but the accent's at the beginning, not at the end. Okay, you don't want to say sorry, but sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Good. There you go. Nice. Okay, let's try it. Let's
Okay,
try it in a sentence here.
okay.
Okay, we'll practice. Just what we would be sorry of was never made. So try that right there.
Just what we would be sorry of was never made.
Okay, give me a sorry of was never made. Try that.
Sorry of was never made.
Okay, much better. Much better. Okay, so
Sorry.
when you
Got
went
it?
back to that sadi. Okay, remember you don't want your
Okay.
tongue to hit the top of your mouth. Okay, leave it on the bottom and curve it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so good. You're doing much better. I can tell the R's at the end of your words are sounding more like R's instead of that hard R. You're not vibrating your tongue. Okay, and you're making good improvements on the other R sounds. Okay, very good job. Okay, nice
Thank
job.
you. Thank you,
Okay.
teacher Chen.
One other word that was in here. Okay, it is the word ultimatum. It may be a new word for you. Where did you go, ultimatum? Here it is. Okay, it's pronounced ultimatum.
Ultimatum. Ultimatum.
Good.
Ultimatum.
Excellent job. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
let's go on. We only have a couple of minutes left. Aga, let me have you read this small paragraph here, please.
Okay. There was even one guy that became a priest. I still find that one hard to believe. He wasn't as talented as the Phones, but he did all right with the girls until one night he had a little too much to drink and was nearly killed in a car accident. He told me later he had a vision, and the vision is what turned his life around, leading to the priesthood.
Okay, and this word is priesthood.
Priesthood.
And yep, and this word would be priest. Okay?
Priest. Okay.
Good. Nice job. Okay, Amparo, let me have you continue.
I never had a vision, but I do think that in some way I was told
Start over. Take a look at this word right here.
vision.
There you go. Okay, start over.
Okay. No, I'm not the son of Sam. I didn't talk to dogs, and they didn't talk to me. Still, I feel that something was telling me that I had to do. I think even as young as I was, then I knew that I would have to get into medicine, or at least something connected with hospitals. I needed to fulfill a mission in my life, and that mission was connected to the medical field.
Good, nice job. Everything else was great. Yeah, I have troubles with the words visit and vision in saying them in Spanish. So when I switch it and I try and say it in Spanish, I'm like visitar. It's terrible. It's not that bad, but yes, I do. My short eyes creep into my Spanish. Very good. Let's go to Carlos.
Yes.
All right, Carlos, let me have you, we only have time. Let me have you read about half of this next paragraph, okay?
Yes. While I knew what I was expected to become, my brain was not in tune with any other part of my anatomy. My grades in high school were poor at their best. I spent way too much time with my friends. For one thing, they never made outrageous demands about doing homework or getting good grades. Continue?
All right, so just tell there, this word here is outrageous.
Outrageous.
Good, one more time, outrageous.
Outrageous.
Good, nice job. Okay, you guys. Thank you very much. I hope you were taking notes. All right, and so that next time you go to read, you can focus on those certain things and improve the way you read and also speak. Okay. The great thing about reading is that it forces you to say those words that you don't want to say when you practice your speaking. All right. So yeah, that's why I like practicing pronunciation while we read. Okay. Very good. Thank you, guys. This is my last hour for today, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.
Thank